What's your level of certainty?
Nobody ever talks about this part of the journey. They only talk about their blessings, but they skip the breaking. Before God elevates you to a new level, He often allows the floor to fall from underneath of you. He permits everything you trusted in, your logic, your plans, your stability, to suddenly fall apart. You assumed the pain meant punishment. You looked at the wreckage and thought you did something wrong. You thought the silence from heaven meant abandonment, that God had walked away and left you in the dark. But what if the breaking isn't an accident? What if the cracking of your outer shell is actually the only way to release what God has hidden in you? What if this is preparation? Let's look at the pattern. Joseph was betrayed by his own blood before he ever ruled Egypt. He had to sit in a prison for years, wondering if the dream he saw was actually a lie. Moses was broken in the wilderness before he could lead a nation. He spent 40 years being nobody. God stripped him of his royal identity until he was just a shepherd kneeling in front of a burning tree. David was anointed king, but then he was hunted like an animal. He was hidden in caves before he was crowned. He had to learn to worship in the dark, when the shadow of death was blocking out the light. Even Jesus was crushed before he was glorified. If God would allow his own son to break before rising in glory and achieving his purpose, why should we be excluded? God breaks you because the old version of you, the one built on pride and self-reliance, would misuse this blessing. This version of you would collapse under the weight of this calling. He is working in the deep places of your soul that you cannot see, removing what doesn't belong. He has to break your pride to give you true humility. He cracks your self-will to pour in his power. Broken strength becomes dependence, and when you are weak, that is exactly when he is strong. Your broken plans are simply making room for God's divine purpose. The structure had to fall so the temple could rise. He is restoring you, not into who you want to be, but into who you need to be for the storm ahead. So hear this clearly. God doesn't break you to destroy you. That is the lie of the enemy. He is turning you into somebody who can carry his power without being crushed by the weight of it. The world ignores the broken, but God uses them. The cracks are where his light shines through. If you feel broken right now, lift your head. You are not disqualified from the race. You are just now becoming dangerous to the darkness. Trust the hands of the potter. The breaking is not the end. It is only the beginning.